In the name of the merciful, we welcome you all to our event today. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Lamia Sanuj and I'm the Vice President of StriveUK. We are a British Muslim advocacy group. StriveUK is an affiliate of the Muslim Council of Britain and was set up by a group of young activists in 2017. Our activism runs across seminars against Islamophobia, racism, and misogyny. We are proud of our activism that saw our volunteer took part in protests across the country against discriminatory laws in India, the oppression in Palestine, and the fight against climate changes. Our events featured international speakers, experts on law, politics, issues like the genocide of the Uyghurs, occupation in Palestine, the history of the war crimes in Bosnia, etc. Our flagship women's conference brought together more than 100 academics, activists, students, and entrepreneurs from all across UK. We also organized reading clubs, parenting sessions, and teen development workshops throughout the year. Today, we have a very special event, a very special celebrity, and that we are doing it for an important cause. And anchoring our concert today are two very special people. I'd like to introduce Sahar Deshmukh, a former journalist who was previously based in Canada and now a voiceover artist and an entrepreneur. She has recorded several corporate videos and quite a few commercials. Sahar is the founder of Banafsha, a hijab brand based in the UK that aims to uplift women who chose to dress in the way that honors their faith. Check her out on her Instagram page, Banafsha Modest Wear, where she hosts chat platform called Banafsha Let's Talk, where she speaks about issues that matter to women. Welcome, Sahar. We are also happy to have with us Ninin Qasim, who for nearly 2 decades have been anchoring events, modeling, acting in serials and films, worked with Asianet Kairali, and is an actor familiar to many of us for her role in Diamond Necklace as the banker Pooja Shinde. As part of her anchor and media duties, she has interviewed people like Shah Rukh Khan and did events for brands like Emirates Airlines, Khalij Times, and Malabar Golden Diamonds. Welcome aboard, ladies. Please take it away from me. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to StriveUK's virtual concert, Soothe Your Soul musical evening with Ayisha Abdul Basith. She is a published artist by Andante Records, founded by popular singer and songwriter Sami Yusuf. Our objective today is to raise funds to support refugees worldwide. Today, we support a registered charity which provides humanitarian relief and development programs across the world, serving communities in need regardless of race, political affiliation, gender, or belief. All proceeds from the tickets to purchase today will be used as donations towards this cause. Throughout the 90 minutes of our program, you will have an opportunity to pledge donations in addition to the tickets you purchased. Naeem Badiuzzaman from StriveUK will share more details with you later on.
Joining us is a 16-year-old YouTube sensation, Ayisha Abdul Basith, who has more than 2.1 million subscribers, videos clocking more than 246 million views, 1.7 million followers on FB, and 140K on Insta. Well, this does not include the several fan pages and accounts on social media. One of her videos, Hasbi Rabbi Jalallah, originally recited by Hafiz Abu Bakr Haidri, gained more than 80 million views. She credits her mother, Tasneem Basith, for her talent and interest in music. A true prodigy, she started singing at the age of 3 when her father started posting her videos on social media. Trained in Hindustani music, she is also currently training for Western vocals. Sung in Malayalam, Tamil, Urdu, Hindi, Punjabi, English, Arabic, Turkish, Chechen, and Korean. Oh, the list just goes on. We have a playlist of her most popular numbers and encourage you to also please put in your request at the chat box, and we will definitely try our best to play it for you. Let us not forget why we are here today. Naeem will be speaking more about it and on how we can make the best use of this event to raise funds for people who are in need.
So before we proceed with the concert, I'd like to let you know that Ninin and I will be asking Ayisha a few questions to get to know her a little bit better. Tasbih is a form of zikr that involves the glorification of God in Islam. So it's only fitting that we begin this concert with one of Ayisha's popular songs, Tasbih. Over to you, Ayisha.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum to each and every one of you here. Thank you so much for coming, and yeah, let's start. Subhanallah walhamdulillah la ilaha illallah Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah walhamdulillah la ilaha illallah Allahu Akbar. तू ही मेरे मौला तू ही मेरे मौला अल्लाह तू ही मेरे मौला तू ही मेरे मौला अल्लाह तू ही मेरे मौला तू ही मेरे मौला अल्लाह तू ही मेरे मौला तू ही मेरे मौला सुब्हानल्लाह walhamdulillah la ilaha illallah Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah walhamdulillah la ilaha illallah Allahu Akbar. तू ही मेरी मौला तू ही मेरे मौला अल्लाह तू ही मेरे मौला तू ही मेरे मौला अल्लाह तू ही मेरे मौला तू ही मेरे मौला अल्लाह तू ही मेरे मौला तू ही मेरे मौला सुब्हानल्लाह walhamdulillah la ilaha illallah Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah walhamdulillah la ilaha illallah Allahu Akbar.
How beautiful was that? Thank you so much, Ayisha. I would think I was transported to a different place listening to that song. Let's move on to the next one on the playlist, which is Maulana.
Dirarari riraram, dirarari riraram, dirarari riraram, dira. Dengan kasih-Mu ya Rabbi, berkahi hidup ini dengan cinta-Mu ya Rabbi, damaikan mati ini. Saat salahku melangkah, gelap hati penuh dosa, beriku jalan berarah, temui-Mu di syurga. Terima sembah sujudku, terimalah doaku, terima sembah sujudku, izinkan ku bertaubat. Maulana ya Maulana, ya sami' du'ana, Maulana ya Maulana, ya sami' du'ana, Maulana ya Maulana, ya sami' du'ana, Maulana ya Maulana, ya sami' du'ana. Saat salahku melangkah, gelap hati penuh dosa, beriku jalan berarah, temui-Mu di syurga. Terima sembah sujudku, terimalah doaku, terima sembah sujudku, izinkan ku bertaubat. Maulana ya Maulana, ya sami' du'ana, Maulana ya Maulana, ya sami' du'ana, Maulana ya Maulana, ya sami' du'ana, Maulana ya Maulana, ya sami' du'ana. Terima sembah sujudku, terimalah doaku, terima sembah sujudku, izinkan ku bertaubat. Maulana ya Maulana, ya sami' du'ana, 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 Maulana ya Maulana.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Ayisha. We'll move on to the next song, which is Amantu Billahi.
آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسوله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره وشره من الله والبعث بعد الموت لا إله إلا الله آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسوله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره وشره من الله والبعث بعد الموت لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله يا الله قد ختم بخطا ها خازت رشيوخش مهبأتش قيقوتا هلياتنا يا ربي خدتني لي قدوينا جخلوها قبل أدي يا الله قد ختم بخطا ها خازت رشيوخش مهبأتش قيقوتا هلياتنا يا ربي خدتني لي قدوينا جخلوها قبل أدي آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسوله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره وشره من الله والبعث بعد الموت لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, Aisha. I can see actually all the comments coming in and how everybody is really enjoying it. Let's get to know you a little bit up close and personal. Yeah, so I have this. I wanted to ask you was that many people, we all have role models, and very few of us are very lucky to actually meet them. Tell us your experience when you met Sami Yusuf.
Sam Yusuf. Well, from my childhood, I've been a huge fan of brother Sami Yusuf, and I've always looked up to him. So, there was a time, whenever I go to his concerts, I used to wait for 2 hours in the backstage to meet him, me and my dad, and then the security was like, you have to wait for a bit more longer, but then we end up getting dumped. So one day we prayed to God. We were like, someday can we just meet him and then say hi? That would be our one of our biggest dreams. So I participated for a contest that was held by Sam Yusuf's company, and I got the first position and 2 tickets. And then after going to the concert, we also had a meet and greet in Dubai Mall, and I had a chance to meet Mr. Sami Yusuf. So basically we have to buy his album and then get it signed. So I went up to him. I was waiting in the queue. So from afar, he looked at me and then he was like, I know you. And then I was like, are you talking to me? I mean, it was like,
I didn't recognize you. Wow.
yeah, from afar. So he called me up on the stage and then he introduced me to the crowd, and then I got very shy. Yeah, and then he made me sing. He made me sing one of his songs, and that was one of my favorite songs, which is Shadowless. And I messed up the lyrics because of because I was too flustered. Yeah, and then I messed up the song. But the experience was too great to be real. It was as if we were dreaming.
Yeah. More than what you asked for, right?
Yeah, it was way more.
And everything. You just asked was if you could meet him, but he recognized you and you got the opportunity to sing in front of him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy actually.
Great. So let's move on to your the next track, that is Muhammad Nabina. Whenever you're ready, Aisha.
محمد نبينا بنور هدينا من مكة حبيبي نور سطع المدينة من صلى صلاته وتهلى بصفاته يا بخت اللي في دله ماشي يشفع له في مماته. محمد نبينا بنوره هدينا، من مكة حبيبي نوره سطع المدينة. من صلى صلاته وتهلى بصفاته، يا بخت اللي في دله ماشي يشفع له في مماته. يا إمامنا يا أمين، يا سند للمسلمين، يا حبيبي يا محمد يا ابن عبد الله. تمت الرسالة تمام والحبيب مسك الختام. طول حياتي وفي صلاتي بدعي يصلي وراه. محمد نبينا بنوره هدينا، من مكة حبيبي نوره سطع المدينة. من صلى صلاته وتهلى بصفاته، يا بخت اللي في دله ماشي يشفع له في مماته. من أول يوم في عمري سمعت أبويا وأمي بيسلوا علي، حببني في الإيمان حسسني بالأمان وتعلقت بيه. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه. نفسي أشوفك في المنام يا رسول الله، وأبكي على كتفك وأنام يا حبيب الله، وأنول شرف لقاء صحبتك وخطي في صفوف أمتك واتحامى فيك. محمد نبينا بنوره هدينا، من مكة حبيبي نوره سطع المدينة. يا حبيبي يا طه يا نجم المتاهة، غيرت الدنيا في عينينا بالليل وضحاها. من صلى صلاته وتهلى بصفاته، يا بخت اللي في دله ماشي يشفع له في مماته.
MashaAllah, Aisha, it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I just love the way your accent, you're so original. It just comes so naturally when you're changing from one language to the other. It's really nice. And I can see our audience as well. They are really enjoying it. And you're really transporting us to a very spiritual place. Shall we move on to your next track?
Yeah, sure.
So we know that you've been learning how to play the ukulele, and we would really be happy if you could play a little bit of it, if you could, for your next track, that is Sundara Narine.
So before singing the song, this is my first time singing on in front of many people with my ukulele. So yeah,
We're truly honored. Trust us. Very honored that you're inaugurating your ukulele performance with us.
Thank you so much. Okay. ഉള്ളിൻ ഹിലാലായ കണ്ണിൻ ജമാലായ കാതിൻ കലാമായ പാരിൻ കമാലായ കാറ്റത്തൊരു പൂവിൻ്റെ മധുരിക്കും മണമായ സുന്ദരനായവനേ സുബ്ഹാനല്ലാഹ്
In the comment box, that please, audience, we would love to know how you liked her performance in ukulele, and would you like her to perform more with her ukulele instrument? Yes. And I can see everybody once again, they're all enjoying. I do not want to take further time. Please, let's move on to our next track. You Came to Me.
You came to me in an hour of need, when I was so lost, so lonely. You came to me, took my breath away, showed me the right way, the way to lead. You filled my heart with love, showed me the light above. Now all I want is to be with you. You are my one true love, taught me to never judge. Now all I want is to be with you. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Mustafa, على حبيبك نبيك مصطفى. اللهم صل على سيدنا مصطفى, على حبيبك نبيك مصطفى. You came to me in the hour of need, when I was so lost, so lonely. You came to me, took my breath away, showed me the right way, the way to lead. You filled my heart with love, showed me the light above. Now all I want is to be with you. You are my one true love, taught me to never judge. Now all I want is to be with you. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Mustafa, على حبيبك نبيك مصطفى. اللهم صل على سيدنا مصطفى, على حبيبك نبيك مصطفى.
Thank you, Ayisha. Thank you so much. Couple of comments. I would like to read it to you. We have Nazimuddin saying, "Mashallah, great experience." Ayisha, this is all for you. We have Advocate Gayasuddin saying, "Mashallah, as usual, you're singing superbly." So, well done, Ayisha. We all are enjoying. Before we move on to the next track, I would like to welcome Naeem to please come in and say a couple of words. Naeem, over to you.
Thank you. So thank you very much for that, and what an enjoyable evening, afternoon, wherever you are that we've been having. So once again, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Naeem and I am a volunteer with Strive. May I first pray that all of you and your loved ones are safe during this very, very difficult time. And secondly, Jazakallah to all those who have joined to listen to the very lovely Ayisha, who is helping us on this very, very noble path. This is a path that did not start today, but a few weeks ago. During the Refugee Week, we made a commitment to help those not as lucky as we are. And I want you to remember the word lucky throughout this event. Now, this is very important. So during the Refugee Week, we made a commitment. We made a commitment to act. And that is to raise £6,000 and hand it over to registered charities helping refugees all over the world. The amount will not fund a family, but families for a full year, their lives. Our volunteers worked very hard. They set up launch good pages. They cooked food and sold it. And then all of you on this call joined in by buying tickets. And I'm very, very happy to tell you, we had set up ourselves a target of at least £6,000. And with your help today, we crossed the half mark and now we topped 4,000. Ameen ya Allah. Ameen ya Allah. Today with your help, we will inshallah cross 2,000 to make good on our commitment to fully hand over at least £6,000. And all of you started this journey to help by buying this ticket. I cannot thank you enough. I know a lot of us have had difficulty during this pandemic. Least of all, being inconvenienced and staying indoors to the most extreme of the disease taking over our lives, over our health and our families. Quite a lot of us on the call have now started getting out of a situation called the lockdown. But I want you for a moment, just for a moment, imagine being part of a lockdown your entire life. Imagine being denied things that you take for granted. Imagine where things like even speaking to your child in peace and not listening to the sound of sirens, not listening to the sound of wails and cries of those in the tent next to you. I go back again. There is nothing between us and them except that we were luckier. And we now have a responsibility to help. Towards the end and throughout the concert, insha'Allah, we will be asking your good selves to help us raise money, raise funds to help refugees all around the world. And the way that we want to do it, by sharing with you some of the housekeeping that I thought would be useful. You will see on the chats names that are written the pledge team. So there will be a pledge team Fayaz, a pledge team Shadia, and a pledge team Banu. So anybody that you know that has seen pledge team on it, they will be the ones who will be at hand. Feel free to raise your hand if you would like to make a donation. Feel free to contact any of the people who are co-hosts and who are named pledge team or anybody on the co-host team and tell us how you would like to support us. What I want you to remember is the amounts that you give today, no matter what it is, will make a significant contribution. Can I just first start with this? If all of us were to go out and we were to order, I do not know what everybody's favorite food is, but if a small group goes out and orders, I do not know, an 11-inch or a 14-inch pizza, and you go out with something to drink or fries or anything, it's not very difficult for it to be £26, for example. If I tell you that is all that it costs to support critical medication and supplements to cover the malnutrition of a Yemeni person today. This is the base that we are starting from. What I'm asking you to consider is this. You go to work, for those who are lucky to go to work every day. You perhaps may order a coffee every day, shall we say £2. You top it up if you need to go to the office every day. That's £10. That's half of what can pay for a malnourished Yemeni to help with supplements and supplies. What will it take for you to sacrifice 1 week, 2 weeks of coffee? Why don't we start thinking about the difference that we make by making the smallest of sacrifices? If you go out, £10. If you go out together, £20. These are starting points of people who can help. Can I please ask for those who would like to start our charity today, for those who would like to start the fundraising today, raise your hands, reach out to our volunteers who have actually been nominated as the pledge team. Reach out so that we can come to you. Feel free to keep the amount that you do not want shared to the rest of the world, but allow me to ask you to let us give you credit so that people understand that this is something that we can do and we must do. Towards the end of this concert, let us aim at raising £2,000. There's nearly 82 participants. If we were to make small figures per person, we will easily surpass that. This is our commitment, and you can actually help us. Please raise your hands for those who are able and for those who can donate. Think about it. The smallest of change that you offer, that you sacrifice in a lifestyle that God subhanAllah has blessed you with, will make a substantial change in the lives of those who are not as lucky as us. You get today and you get tomorrow. Never has any man or woman become poor because of charity. They've only become richer. Think of all the people, think of your children who are blessed and who are protected, and think of those who cannot protect themselves. Think of the orphans. Need I remind you what Rasulullah has actually told us about those who look after orphans? I am appealing to you, to your goodness. We have just finished the beginning of Muharram, the year that starts it all, the year of sacrifices, the year of examples. I am begging you, please, sisters, raise your hands for those who are able to make a donation today. We have a few people who raised their hands. Can I ask the pledge team to please get in touch with them? There are a few things that I thought I'd actually share with you. I started with telling you, £26 is all that it takes for the malnutrition for the Yemeni person. And if you want to donate for this specific cause, please tell us. But if you want this money, the equivalent amount paid into the charity for them to decide who is in more urgent need, please let us know. But what I want you to think, I want you to think of the change that you are parting with and the bigger change that it will make in the lives of those. We're enjoying the concert today. We're listening to the soothing voices of Ayisha. For those of you who have listened to those lyrics, they speak about the generosity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in actually rewarding us in the hereafter for all the love that we show our fellow beings. I am begging you, please, please open your hearts to the plight of those not as lucky for it. Make their experiences be the reason why you need to open your wallets. I will have the opportunity of speaking to you again in between the songs, and I will now hand over back to Ninin and Sahar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Naeem, for that very powerful speech. I think you've given us all a lot to think about and also be grateful. I think, as Naeem said, you know, every little bit counts. If we all can contribute whatever we can, we'll be able to make a larger contribution. So please donate what you can. and communicate to everyone who is marked as co-host or pledge team so you can make your donations. I'd like to now move on to something a little lighthearted. We'll ask another question to Ayisha. So obviously, I think it's quite amazing that you are a hijabi singer. You're inspiring many young girls to dream big and also not feel limited by their hijab, which I think is so amazing. I didn't have that when I was growing up, by the way. When I was your age, when I put it on, I didn't have someone like that to look up to. So I think what you're doing is you're carving your own path, and you're really allowing others to see that there are opportunities for women like us. So I want to know, aside from being an amazing singer and shattering ceilings, what other cool things do you do in your spare time?
Well, I'm a person who does many stuff. Like, I love swimming, I love cycling, I love drawing, I love photography, I like editing, and all those stuffs. But even though I'm doing all these stuffs, hijab has never stood in my way, and it has always protected me.
Yeah.
And yeah, that it made me feel really protected for some reason. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I'd like to now move on to your next song, which is Anta Salam. And before I do, I just wanted to let everybody watching know that, if you'd like to request a song, please go ahead and do that in the chat. And we'll see if we've got time, and if it's not on our playlist, then we'll request Ayisha to sing that song. So please feel free to request a song if you have a burning desire to listen to one of Ayisha's favorites. All right, I'll if you want to take over, Ayisha.
Alhamdulillah, ما شب الهدى وهبى وما تكلم جذع في الهشا ثراها وحين منسى بدر لا غشاء له من ربك صبح في كفي تسابى اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت ربنا يا ذا الجلال والإكرام اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت ربنا يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. يا رب العالمين يا رحمن يا رحيم صلي ربي وسلم على خير المرسلين يا رب العالمين يا رحمن يا رحيم صلي ربي وسلم على خير المرسلين اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت ربنا يا ذا الجلال والإكرام اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت ربنا يا ذا الجلال والإكرام السلام ومنك السلام تباركت ربنا يا ذا الجلال والإكرام اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت ربنا يا ذا الجلال والإكرام الحمد لله ما شب الهدى وحبا وما تكلم جذع في الحشا ثراها.
Oh, how lovely that was. And I can see that a lot of people are saying how soothing your voice is. And I know I feel exactly the same. So thank you for that. Well, so a few people have sent in their requests. Mashood KP said, can you sing Mustafa? But I know that's coming up. And also Tabit has mentioned that their 1-year-old loves Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah, which also is coming up. So I'll just ask you to wait a little bit, and we will surely get to those songs. The next one is my personal favorite and how I was introduced to Ayisha. So it's Dua Mein Meri. Please go ahead, Ayisha.
So this one is especially dedicated to Sister Sahar. So hope you enjoy. Okay.
Thank you.
दुआओं में मेरी खुदाया असर दे मेरी काविशों का मुझे तू समर दे दुआओं में मेरी खुदाया असर दे मेरी काविशों का मुझे तू समर दे करूँ अहले दुनिया के गम का मदावा मेरे हाथ में कोई ऐसा हुनर दे करूँ अहले दुनिया के गम का मदावा मेरे हाथ में कोई ऐसा हुनर दे भटकता फिरा हूँ मैं मंजिल के खातिर भटकता फिरा हूँ मैं मंजिल के खातिर जो फलदार हो कोई ऐसा शजर दे दुआओं में मेरी खुदाया सर दे मेरी काविशों का मुझे तू समर दे अता कर मेरे दिल को तस्कीन या रब मैं कब मांगता हूँ के लाहो गोहर दे अता कर मेरे दिल को तस्कीन या रब मैं कब मांगता हूँ के लाहो गोहर दे मैं दुनिया के महलों का तालिब नहीं हूँ मैं दुनिया के महलों का तालिब नहीं हूँ मेरी ये दुआ है कि जन्नत में घर दे दुआओं में मेरी खुदाया सर दे मेरी काविशों का मुझे तू समर दे जो माँ बाप का दर्द रखता हो दिल में खुदाया मुझे सा नूरे नज़र दे जो माँ बाप का दर्द रखता हो दिल में खुदाया मुझे सा नजर दे, खुशी दे के वापस न लेना कभी तू, खुशी दे के वापस न लेना कभी तू, न हो शाम जिसकी तू ऐसी सहर दे, दुआओं में मेरी खुदाया सर दे, मेरी काविशों का मुझे तू समर दे. Yeah.
Hey, I had tears in my eyes. I've got goosebumps. The song is just so meaningful, but your voice just touches the soul. I think it's just so many comments coming through. Mashallah. And thank you for dedicating it to me. Appreciate
Thank
that
you so
a lot.
much. Thank you so much.
So we'll move on to the next song, and I just want to also say like how amazing it is that you switch between languages like such a pro. I don't know how you do that, but it's really commendable. But yeah, let's move on to the next one, which is Shadowless.
Yeah. So this one is, I know he's not here, but like still, this one's dedicated to Sami Yusuf, and this one is Shadowless. Yeah, let's go. What do you see? Tell me, what do you taste? Tell me, what do you hear when I whisper your name? You see through my eyes and turn me away. In madness to spiral if I did the same. Ooh, my love, I'm calling. Ooh, my love, I'm waiting. Ooh, my love, I'm yearning. I shine, but you're shadowless. No, you don't see me. Shadowless, far as I can be. Shadowless, no, you don't see me. I shine, but you're shadowless. No, you don't see me. Shadowless, far as I can be. Shadowless, no, you don't see me. I shine, but you're shadowless. Memories you took like grapes of the wine, in citrus and sweetness with you all the time. You tasted my love and turned me away. Your tears would make oceans if I did the same. Shadowless, no, you don't see me. Shadowless, far as I can be. Shadowless, no, you don't see me. I shine, but you're shadowless. No, you don't see me. Shadowless, far as I can be. Shadowless, no, you don't see me. I shine, but you're shadowless. Shadowless, shadowless. I shine, but you're shadowless, shadowless. I shine, but you're. You think you don't see me, you think you don't hear me. If you ever need me, know that my love is limitless, boundless, waiting there for you. You think you don't see me, you think you don't hear me. If you ever need me, know that my love is limitless, boundless, waiting there for you. Shadowless, no, you don't see me. Shadowless, far as I can be. Shadowless, no, you don't see me. I shine, but you're shadowless. No, you don't see me. Shadowless, far as I can be. Shadowless, no, you don't see me. I shine, but you're shadowless. Shadowless. I shine, but you're shadowless, shadowless. I shine, but you're
Thank you, Ayisha. Sahar, wasn't that wonderful?
Absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I'm transported into a different space.
So we move on, Sahar, before we with all the remaining tracks and also with the public demand, the songs which we have placed on our playlist. Can you request Naeem to once again come in and say a few words and address the gathering?
Thank you so very much, Ninin. Thank you, Sahar. And how can I not thank Ayisha, who's so melodious and so sweet. These songs actually, like Sahar said, transported us. And I think this is one of the privileges that we have, for which we should be continually thankful. The opportunity to sit together with family, the opportunity to sit together with our loved ones and listen to something that Allah has made so beautiful in the voice and in the delivery. So we should remember that there are many of us who, not just over the past few years, but have also lost a lot of our loved ones. And today, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us an opportunity to honor the memory of our loved ones. And we can honor that memory by making a decision to improve the lives, to change the lives of those who are not as lucky as we are. What I want you to consider and what I want you to think of, for families that have had to flee the most difficult conditions, and when they come to people who can help, we have a moral responsibility. And this is not just the akhirah. This is not just for the salvation of our soul, but also think of it as an opportunity to improve the world today. When people think of refugees, they do not think of people who have dreams and ambitions. They do not think of people who have capabilities and talents. I know this is a musical concept, but if I tell you the name of a few people who are refugees, and you know the change that they have made in this world, quite a lot of the young ones in us would have heard of a singer, and I do not know if she's one of Aisha's favorite singers, of a singer called Rita Ora, of Dua Lipa. These are all singers who are refugees. And see what somebody extending a hand, the happiness that they brought to the world. There are people, one of the biggest music icons, Freddie Mercury, was a refugee. And these are just musical examples. Take the examples of people who've changed their lives for better. One of Google's founder was a refugee. We know what Google is about. More than that, in our own lives, in the lives of our communities, in giving the voice to the voiceless. Ilhan Umar, who speaks for large populations, who punches way above her weight, she is a refugee. Imagine the power of people. And this is the power that people like us who think for a day, Ya Allah, this is my responsibility to help them. Why don't you take the opportunity today, in the memory, if today your father is not with you, if today your mother is not with you, and if today, if your father is with you, and if today, if your mother is with you, why do you not express love to them by taking the commitment to actually make a donation in the name of charity for these refugees? Why not tell them, this is how I say I love you, this is how you have taught me to look at the world and be helpful? What if I tell you that all that it takes is £100 for an Afghan family for an entire month with supplies to take? We know what's happened in Afghanistan. We talk about it, we share stories about it, we discuss the politics behind it. What is stopping us in actually saying, enough talk, I can do something about it? And £100, all that I'm asking you is to give up for just 1 month of one person of what they eat outside. It'll easily come to nearly £100. But remember, the sacrifice that you make can actually go to feed an Afghan family fleeing refugee persecution for an entire month. I'm asking you, please raise your hand. Please reach out to the pledge team. Please reach out. Let us know that you want to give. Is there anybody who would want to sponsor or who would want to give £100 or £50 that takes care of their hygiene, of their medication, or £80 that takes care of families in Syria for a month? There are so many opportunities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us to collect the points that are necessary. Why don't you take this as an opportunity where you use this to show and that you care, not just for the refugees, but out of love for the ones that are closest for you. Today, I want you as children to think of your parents. Think of everything that they have done for you. There would have been several occasions where they are not with us because of distance or because they are in the blessings of Marham of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why not do it today? Why not give yourself an opportunity to call up your parents in your name today? I have made a donation. Can I please ask anybody, everybody on this concert today where Ayisha has given her time so generously, her talents that we are now enjoying, that we use this as an opportunity to make a difference in the lives of those not with us. All that I ask is for you to give up coffee for a month. All that I ask is for you to give up for just 1 month. That is all. Remember what it will go to feed people. Can I please ask you to raise your hand? Please raise your hand or get in touch with the pledge teams directly. Is there anybody who would want to start? We've had brothers and sisters in the last time that I spoke give out donations, addresses. Can I please ask? Remember, out of the 6,000 that we have committed, we have crossed 4,000. All that we need to do is to get over the 6,000 cross, to move on and fill in the 2,000 gap. Can I please ask my brothers, in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for your parents, tell them that you love them for everything that you have. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ as they have blessed me and taken care of me and nourished me and my child, take care of them. This is your opportunity. This is that prayer in practice. Think of your father, think of your mother, think of your grandparents, the ones that you want. And please, after the song, tell them what they did so that they know that and pray for you again. And you continue to reap the rewards. Think of your loved ones. All that I ask is raise your hand. There is no amount. Just like Sahar said, there is no amount that is small. But remember, the change, what you consider the change that you offer today will bring out a sea change in the lives of people around. I want you to remember of people like you, flesh and blood, who run away from the countries that they are because they are not safe, because of the risk of and threat of sexual violence against women, against children. Remember, children, what you are giving up is just a social occasion to protect children from their vulnerabilities, so that whatever childhood was taken from them, maybe this is the time that will give back some innocence of their childhood and that they grow up to become. Ya Allah, may God bless the offerings that a few of those who have raised their hands, and I request the pledge team to please get in touch with the team. I will speak to you again, inshallah, and hopefully at the end of the concert, we will pass the mark. Jazakallah khair. And now back over to Naeem and Sahar.
Thank you, Naeem. Thank you so much. I mean, that was so well put. And let's hope, inshallah, drop makes an ocean, right? So let's hope that every drop, every contribution from all our viewers who are viewing us today, they understand and they contribute open-heartedly, and maybe be able to sleep tonight by saying that with this contribution that they've made today, somebody is able to sleep and look forward to be alive tomorrow, or who's able to have one meal when you are having your dinner. With that, we would like to move on again with Aisha. Aisha, tell me something, because you were talking about dinner. What is your favorite food? Are you a foodie like?
Um, I'm not a foodie person, but like, yeah, I'm a picky person when it comes to food.
All
So,
right.
something that I would enjoy every time, like whenever you give it to me, I would eat it. Something like that would be fried chicken with
Mm,
coleslaw and 7 Up. I need the
okay.
combo. I can't take one thing in, okay?
So you want the entire whole combination, yeah? Then only it's complete. Then only you're sad. I can see that big smile on your face. It says how much you love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely.
Fried chicken is
Um,
life.
okay, so let's hope that after this whole concert you get a good meal. Yes, you can get all your energy back. Let's move
Inshallah.
on. Yeah, inshallah. Let's move on to your next track. I can see many of our viewers raising their hands. I would like to request our pledge team to kindly get in touch with them and assist them. Uh, Moving on to the next track. That's Asbuhu Balabin. Aisha, over to you.
الصبح بدا من طلعته والليل دجى من وفراته الله 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 كنز الكرم مولى النعم هادي الأمم لشريعته الله 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 سعت الشجر نتقى الحجر شاق القمر بإشاراته الله 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 جبريل أتى ليلة عسرا ورب دعا في حضراته الله 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 لا إله إلا الله.
There's so much of glow on your face when you sing. You sing so well, Aisha. I'm actually speechless when you perform. Trust me,
Thank you
I
so
don't
much.
have the words to express how blessed you are, and I mean that soothing, that what we say, how soothing we feel and how calm we feel. I think that's what the whole intent is of this entire concert that we've organized today, that we want to give someone some peace of mind. That's what we all want when we ask. We want some peace of mind. And may this concert and may this beautiful intent that we have from like Strive UK and who's brought us all together, may we be able to provide that not just to one child or one family, but to many, many more. With that, let's move on to your next number, that is Kannanilla. So whenever you're ready, Aisha, over to you.
Okay, so Kannalila is one of the first covers that I've sung, and this one was with my mom, and I was like around 6 at the time, and yeah,
It's very close to your heart, I said.
yeah, it's like one of my favorite songs that I've sung. So this one is dedicated to my mom.
Lovely.
വിണ്ണും മിന്നും താരകളും ഈ മണ്ണും തീർത്തവനല്ലാഹു എണ്ണി തീരാ ജീവഗണങ്ങൾ കുയിരു കൊടുത്തവനല്ലാഹു വിണ്ണും മിന്നും താരകളും ഈ മണ്ണും തീർത്തവനല്ലാഹു എണ്ണി തീരാ ജീവഗണങ്ങൾ കുയിരു കൊടുത്തവനല്ലാഹു വാർമഴവില്ലും മേഘകുടയും മേലെ വിരിച്ചവനല്ലാഹു പർവ്വതനിരയും പുഴയും കടലും കൂടെയൊരുക്കിയതല്ലാഹു കണ്ണാലല്ല അക കണ്ണിൻ്റെ വെളിച്ചം കൊണ്ടേ കാണാവൂ മുന്നിൽ കാണും മികവല്ലതിനും പിന്നിലെ അറിവേ നേരാവൂ കണ്ണാലല്ല അക കണ്ണിൻ്റെ വെളിച്ചം കൊണ്ടേ കാണാവൂ മുന്നിൽ കാണും മികവല്ലതിനും പിന്നിലെ അറിവേ നേടാവൂ.
Thank you. Let's move on to your next track. That is Ya Taiba.
يا طيبة يا طيبة يا دوا العيانة اشتقنا لك والهوى نادانا والهوى نادانا يا طيبة يا طيبة يا دوا العيانة اشتقنا لك والهوى نادانا والهوى نادانا لما صار المركب نساني صاروا الدمعي ما جفاني أخذوا قلبي مع جناني يا طيبة يتيم الولهانا يتيم الولهانا يا طيبة يا طيبة يا دوا العيانة اشتقنا لك والهوى نادانا والهوى نادانا قبلتي بيت الله صابر علاني يوما لك زائر يا ترى هل تراني ناذر للكعبة وتغمرني بأمانة وتغمرني بأمانة يا طيبة يا طيبة يا دوا العيانة اشتقنا لك والهوى نادانا والهوى نادانا يا طيبة يا طيبة يا دوا العيانة اشتقنا لك والهوى نادانا والهوى نادانا.
Thank you so much, Ayisha. Thank you. That was very, very lovely. I would like to call Naeem once again. Naeem, over to you.
Thank you, Nina. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum again. And this will be my last appeal, but I mean this will not be the last chance for all of you to actually help. What I'm going to ask now is, I'm going to ask every one of you for a few seconds, thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and pray for the brothers and sisters who have donated. as we were speaking and as I'm speaking now, the pledge team are very busily pinging me saying a brother and a sister have offered £50 each. Can I please ask everybody to pray for them? Can I ask everybody to please pray for the brothers and sisters who paid £20 and £10 and £35 before them? And can I ask all of you to pray for all those who are now paying and donating? Can I remind you that today you have a group of 78 who are being asked as amana to pray for you and to pray for you for the deed that you have done now. Ya Allah, please accept all their prayers. Ya Allah, please accept their deeds. And Ya Allah, please forgive their sins. I know I have asked you to think of your parents, and now I'm going to ask you to think of your children. And for those who are with us and lucky, to think of their grandchildren, and to think of your nephews and nieces, those young little ones that we love so very much. Even those who are young enough to have young and baby cousins. Why can't be the gift for them from your side? There's nearly 78 who've actually signed up, but we have a lot more people who are on this call because they've signed up as families. What will it take? What will it take for me to ask each one of you to pay £1? What will it take for me to ask each caller on this concert to pay for £1? Now as we speak, £1. £1, all of us thinking together. The change that we make is for a family for a month. What will it take for you to think of the opportunity where you just have to sacrifice one outing that you take on your family? You go out with your family once a month, twice a month, some blessed to go more than 3 times. Just once. Just the bill of one outing can make a huge change in the lives of those who look to people like us, who already suffer. The biggest suffering that refugees go through is not just war. It's not just the threat of sexual violence. It's not just the threat of death. But when they are refugees of apathy, of discrimination, of prejudice, who will they reach out to but us? People like us who believe that what we do for them will give us the benefits here and the akhirah. I want you to please, this is my last appeal before we go back to the songs, before we go back to the nama and the blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given. I want you to think of the children in whose name you will be making this donation. I want you to think of all your nephews and nieces in whose name. I want you to think of your younger siblings in whose name that you will be making this donation. And think of your parents, for those who are lucky that you are with them today, and for those who are looking forward, Ya Allah, to meeting them in the akhirah. But when you meet them, go with the glad news that you have paid your ticket to Jannah through the donations by bringing out a change in the lives of those not as lucky as you, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised those who help those in your neighbors and those who are the vulnerable, those who are the orphan and those who are the weak and those who have no one to speak for them. Allah has promised us that you will help. Please, I appeal to your good senses. I appeal to your hearts. What will it take for you to raise your hands? What will it take for you to say, yes, today I will make a decision to make a change in the lives of those. It will not hurt me. I am not asking you for an amount that will rob you of something that is essential. But think of the little pleasures of life, Ya Allah. The very small pleasures of life. A day's outing, a week's outing, a time out with your can buy not only medicines and hygiene kits, but actually take care of the lives of refugees' families, not for a day, not for two, but for an entire month. This is the change that you would make. This is the power that way. Can I please ask, and I'm going to stand online for now, can I please ask, is there someone who is willing to make a donation of £50? A donation of £50 that will bring about a huge change in the lives of these refugees for their entire month, for their medication, and for the feeling of hope that their lives will go, and also reassuring them that for all the evil that they've gone through the world today, Ya Allah, you will get. In the name of your parents, in the name of your siblings, in the name of your children, your nephews, your nieces, in the name of people who are there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises heaven and also succor from the day of judgment for those who get together for a great cause. This is what we are doing here. We're already there. We've taken the step. Push yourself. It is not difficult. All that I ask is open your eyes, open your hearts to the fate of those maybe not as lucky as we are. Please consider this as an appeal from a brother who knows the goodness in your heart and who is confident that today we can make the promise that we had committed to help refugees all over the world. Can I please ask a brother or a sister to raise your hand for those who are willing to give £50, £5, anything? No change is small change, but they bring out great change in the lives of those who depend on people like us. Please, I am appealing again to the goodness of the people around me. I am appealing to the hearts of those who know that it is within them to make a difference, to make a huge, huge difference in the lives of those. Again, think of it this way. A day out with your family brings you happiness, brings you joy. It's just another day out. But what you sacrifice just one day out, not all your day outs, just one day out can potentially pay an entire month, not just a day out, an entire month of their essential supplies, of their medications, make them protected, protect them from everything that's going on. Can I please ask you to raise your hands, to make a donation, to make a commitment? Tell yourself, promise yourself that, Ya Allah, you have given me an opportunity in this great setting with friends, with loved ones. I'm listening to music by such a young, inspiring singer. Let us, for the sake of the artist also who is joining us in this quest to make a huge change in the difference, to make a huge change in the lives, make a huge difference in the lives of those around us. But again, not as lucky as us. That is the only thing that stands with that is the difference between us. Otherwise, they are like us with everything that we have. Ya Allah, once again, I ask all of you to pray for those sisters and for those brothers who've paid the £50, the £100, the £10, the £35, who've actually made this donation. Can I please ask you to get in touch with the pledge team directly that is listed? Can I also ask the pledge team to reach out to the people who have now raised their hands? And once again, I am very grateful for all of you for giving us this opportunity. And as Nenin and as Sahar has mentioned, you are able to reach out to the pledge team directly. And on the chat, you will find the links being uploaded once again. Jazakallah khair, and thank you very much. Over to you, Nenin. Over to you, Sahar.
Thank you for that name. I'd like to just say that I'd just like to read a quote, which is basically, giving is not just about making a donation, it's about making a difference. And all of us here today have the ability to make a difference. And like I said before, no donation amount is small. All of us here are joined today. If we all donate even £5, which isn't a lot, we can, contribute to something much bigger than that. And also, let's not forget that as per our deen, our donations don't actually reduce our wealth. In fact, it's Allah's promise that it will be given back to us multiplied. So make sure that you donate whatever you can, and may Allah reward each and every one of us, and help us make a difference in the lives of those who need our who need all the help that they can get. I'll move on to asking Ayisha another question. Ayisha, you're so famous now. You're very popular. You've got all this following on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. How do you when people meet you in person, they bump into you, they recognize you and ask for selfies? How do you deal with that kind of fame at such a young age?
All these things are like very new to me because I just entered in the industry. So like whenever someone comes up to me and say, "Are you Ayisha Abdul Basith?" I get very flustered. Like I'm like a very shy, introverted person. So like whenever someone, and I don't talk much. So like I don't talk at all. So when it comes to social stuff and interaction and stuff. So like when someone asks me something, I just get really shy. Yeah, it's just also new for me. So yeah.
I'm sure they appreciate bumping into you regardless. Are you cool about taking selfies with people?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. But like, most of the time I will be, dressed very simple. So like, yeah, I get very shy.
So you're not ready for selfies, and then you're just kind of in that situation.
I just awkwardly smile. I'll be like,
oh, I'm sure they appreciate it. We'll move on to the next set of songs then. I know this one was requested by someone earlier, and it's called Happiness. So over to you, Ayisha.
Ya Allahu, Ya Allahu, Ya Allahu, Ya Allahu, Ya Rahman, حقق أمانينا وفقنا في كل آن في مساعينا. يا الله يا منان حقق أمانينا وفقنا في كل آن في مساعينا. Grateful today for difference and change, for colors and shades, 'cause you made it this way. وهبتنا النبراس بحب كل الناس، أغدق لنا انهساس، أنت هادينا. يا الله يا رحمن حقق أمانينا وفقنا في كل آن في مساعينا. يا الله يا منان حقق أمانينا وفقنا في كل آن في مساعينا. Let's celebrate it, give thanks for difference and change. One world united, undivided by different ways. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, حقق أمانينا وفقنا في كل آن في مساعينا. يا الله يا منان حقق أمانينا وفقنا في كل آن في مساعينا.
Thank you for that, Ayisha. Beautiful as always. We'll move on to the next one, which is Tu Kuja Man Kuja.
Ya Nabi, Ya Nabi, sallu alayhi wa alihi. Tu kuja man kuja, tu kuja man kuja, tu kuja man kuja, tu kuja man kuja. तू अमीरे हरम मैं फ़कीरे अजम, तू अमीरे हरम मैं फ़कीरे अजम. तेरे गुण और ये लब मैं तलब ही तलब, तू अता ही अता. तू कुजा मन कुजा, तू कुजा मन कुजा, तू कुजा मन कुजा, तू कुजा मन कुजा। इल्हाम है जामा तेरा, क़ुरआन इमामा है तेरा, मिंबर तेरा हर शे बरी, या रहमतुल लिल आलमीन। तू कुजा मन कुजा, तू कुजा मन कुजा, तू कुजा मन कुजा, तू कुजा मन कुजा। तू हकीकत है मैं सिर्फ एहसास हूँ, तू हकीकत है मैं सिर्फ एहसास हूँ। तू समंदर में भटकी हुई प्यास हो, तू समंदर में भटकी हुई प्यास हो। मेरा घर खाक पर, मेरा घर खाक पर और तेरी रह गुज़र सिदरतुल मुंतहा। तू कुजा मन कुजा, तू कुजा मन कुजा, तू कुजा मन कुजा, तू कुजा मन कुजा।
Thank you. That was beautiful. We'll move on to the next one, and I'll just say that my pronunciation might not be great on this one, but I'll try. Okay. So this one's Kalbinte Kolayil. So if you
Wow,
want,
you pronounced it way better than me.
oh, thank God.
Wow.
I was afraid I was going to embarrass myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you went fine.
Oh. All right. If you want to just take it away from there.
കൽബിൻ്റെ കോലായിൽ കിനാവിൻ്റെ മെഹ്റാബിൽ മരുപ്പക്ഷി മദീനത്തെ മദ്ഹ് പാടി. തോരാത്ത മഴയത്തും മോഹത്തിൻ കന്നാസിൽ മദീനത്തെ നിലാവിൻ്റെ ഹൊളികൾ ലംഘി. ഓരത്തോടൊഴുകണ അരുവിയും പാടി മദീനത്തെ മലർത്തോപ്പിൽ ഒഴുകാൻ മോഹം. ബദറിലെ പശിയാലെ വരിഞ്ഞോരു കല്ലുകൾ മദീനത്തെ വരമ്പത്ത് സ്വലാത്തോതുന്നു. ബദറിലെ പശിയാലെ വരിഞ്ഞോരു കല്ലുകൾ മദീനത്തെ വരമ്പത്ത് സ്വലാത്തോതുന്നു. ത്വാഹാവിന്നിണം ചിന്തിയ തായിഫിൻ താഴ്വാരം കഥനായി ചരിതമോർത്ത് കരയുന്നുണ്ടേ. ഓട്ടകക്കുടൽമാല കഴുത്തിന്മേലറുത്തിട്ടും കാരുണ്യ കടലായോർമാപ്പു നൽകിയിലേ. കൽബിൻ്റെ കോലായിൽ കിനാവിൻ്റെ മെഹ്റാബിൽ മരുപ്പക്ഷി മദീനത്തെ മദ്ഹ് പാടി. തോരാത്ത മഴയത്തും മോഹത്തിൻ കന്നാസിൽ മദീനത്തെ നിലാവിൻ്റെ ഒളികൾ ലംഘി. ഓരത്തോടൊഴുകണ അരുവിയും പാടി മദീനത്തെ മലർത്തോപ്പിൽ ഒഴുകാൻ മോഹം.
Lovely. Such a sweet voice, mashallah. We'll move on to the next song, which was, again, I believe it's a popular one because someone had requested it earlier, and it's called Mustafa.
Yeah. So this
Whenever you're ready,
one's
Ayisha.
Yeah, so this one's by Rashid Mishari, and he's one of the people that I've looked up to. So, when starting my YouTube channel, I started with one of his recitations, Atul Kursi. So, we started from the mercy of God, and I think that is one of the reasons why I am who I am. مصطفى مصطفى منبع للصفا سيد الأنبياء مشعل في الوفا كان في عطفه لليتامى دفا مصطفى مصطفى منبع للصفا سيد الأنبياء مشعل في الوفا كان في عطفه لليتامى دفا حن قلبي له فاض شوقا إليه ليس أرجو سوى شربة من يدي الصلاة عليه والسلام عليه للسماء ارتقى فهدى بالنقى وغدا وجهه نيرا مشرقا كان من عفوه حين هان اللقاء قال فلتذهبوا أنتم الطلقاء مصطفى مصطفى منبع للصفا سيد الأنبياء مشعل في الوفا كان في عطفه لليتامى دفا حن قلبي له فاض شوقا إليه ليس أرجو سوى شربة من يديه الصلاة عليه والسلام عليه كان في هدئه منهاجا وسطا كانت تساعده بسمة البسطاء سيد في الكرام قمة في العطاء مصطفى مصطفى منبع للصفا سيد الأنبياء مشعل في الوفا كان في عطفه لليتامى دفا.
Beautiful. I love your pronunciation as well. Like when you're singing Arabic songs, the pronunciation is always there. So it's great to see that. I'll just take a minute to call Naeem to have final few words in before we move on to the next song.
I think this is a very, very special moment, and it's special for quite a lot of reasons. It's special for the fact that we have a prodigal singer. It's also special that we're doing it for a cause. It's also special because we've got people all over the world. So I want everyone to please, let's make this very special. As Ayisha sings, let us be reminded of the various blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given. We have thought of our parents, we have thought of our children, we have thought of our young nephews and nieces, and we have taken a commitment to give a gift in their name. Please use the opportunity. Please do reach out. We've got brothers and sisters who have paid, and I'm very happy to say that the figures are coming in. The last time that we had the song, we had someone come in, and we nearly reached 300 with 250 with that. So please continue making these donations. The pledge team are still there. I would really, really ask you to please raise your hands. This is officially the vote of thanks to our very, very, very lovely anchors who've done a stellar, splendid job of making this exceptionally entertaining. They have been very generous with their time. They are seasoned professionals. Sahar is a voiceover artist and an entrepreneur. As you know, Neil Qasim is an actor, is an anchor, and is a model, and she's a film actor. So we're very lucky to have them both, and I'm very grateful that you've done this for us. We are also very thankful to Ayisha for being on this event. You have helped us raise a phenomenal amount of money for our project, and we are very, very grateful, the details of which will be announced later on. But I just wanted to say thank you to all, and back to Ninin and Sahar for we've already received 445, so we are nearing the £6,000 marks. But I would still please ask you to consider, this is not just about the target of 6,000. This is asking yourself, when you were given the chance today to make a difference in the lives of people who are not as lucky as you, and with the least sacrifice, please think of a day when you have to answer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, yes, I was given this opportunity, yes, I took it up, and yes, Ya Allah, I prayed for whoever gets that money, gives it back in the form of prayers for me, for my children. Please think of your parents who are with us today. If they are not with us, this is the opportunity for you, for their thawab to continue even after they gone to their graves. Think of this as a unique gift for your children as they start out their lives in this very, very difficult world. Because what refugees are going through are things that can happen to anybody. And with these words, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and back to Sahar and Nain Qasim. Thank you.
Ayisha, we will move on with Cameroon.
قمرون قمرون قمر سيدنا النبي قمرون وجميل 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 سيدنا النبي وجميل قمرون قمرون قمر سيدنا النبي قمرون وكف المصطفى كالورد ينادي الله الله وعطرها يبقى إذا مست أيادي الله الله وكف المصطفى كالورد ينادي الله الله وعطرها يبقى إذا مست أيادي الله الله وعم نوالوها كل العباد وعم نوالوها كل العباد وعم نوالوها كل العباد حبيب الله يا خير البراء يا قمرون قمرون قمر سيدنا النبي قمرون وجميل 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 سيدنا النبي وجميل ولا ذل له بل كان نورا الله الله تنال الشمس منه والبدور الله الله ولا ذل له بل كان نورا الله الله تنال الشمس منه والبدور الله الله ولم يكن الهدى لولا ظهورا ولم يكن الهدى لولا ظهورا ولم يكن الهدى لولا ظهورا وكل الكون ينار بنور طه قمرون قمرون قمر سيدنا النبي قمرون وجميل 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 سيدنا النبي وجميل.
MashaAllah, very nice. Ayisha, if you can, please, I know we're running short on time, but if you could please sing, it's a special request from Mr. Azim. Could you sing Mere Khuda Bada Hai?
ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है।
Thank you, Ayesha. I think with such a beautiful and profound line, I would like to say every person who's suffering out there will be saying this, कि मेरा खुदा बड़ा है. And Allah makes us conduits, Zaria, to help one another. And we all have our own share of experiences and stories where we've seen Allah's miracles. This platform today is one of that Zaria or a conduit that we can be to contribute, to help someone who is in a terrible state. As we are sipping this cup of water and we are witnessing such a wonderful event, somebody is there who's not even lucky, like how Naeem says, who can't even have a drop of water. With that, I would like to call Naeem, please, once again, to the gathering.
Thank you so much, and I know I said I was going to leave. I just thought I'll share this piece of news with everybody. We have crossed 5,000. We are so close. We are so close to the amount that we had committed to pledge. There's around 50 windows open. All that it takes for each one of us to make a contribution, and we will get over, we will cross, and we will at least reach the 6,000 that we have made a commitment. Again, I appeal to you. I want you to think that after the concert is over, after Ayisha sings her the song that so many of us wanted her to sing in the very beginning, but always keeping the best for the last. This is not to say the other songs weren't great, but this is a special song that all of us think at such very, very difficult times. This is the opportunity for us where before the end of the concert, which will be the last song, that I appeal to you, please, we have crossed the mark, we have crossed 5,000, just a little bit more push, and we will cross the 6,000 that we have committed to help the people who are not as lucky, so that not only will we be there in their prayers, but we will also have the opportunity to be in the prayers of those who we love, in whose name and for Allah's sake that we are doing this donation. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and back to Nin and back to Sahar.
With this, we will move on to the track that each and every one of us has been waiting for. Ayisha, without further ado, please end this wonderful, beautiful evening with Hasbi Rabbi.
So before singing this one, I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here and supporting me. So this is my first concert and it means a lot actually. So we did plan to conduct a concert in India, but because of COVID and all those pandemic situations, we had to cancel it. So it's a great opportunity to actually have a concert, finally have a concert online. But inshallah, next time we'll hold one in London, UK, inshallah. So and one more thing that I would like to say is Hasbi Rabbi is one of my favorite songs and one of my most viewed songs. So it would mean great if you could just sing along with me in your homes. You don't have to unmute yourselves, but just sing along and we can end this. And once again, thank you so much for coming here. حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله वो जो बिलाले हबशी है सरवर्दी का प्यारा है, वो जो बिलाले हबशी है सरवर्दी का प्यारा है। दुनिया के हर आशिक की आँखों का वो तारा है, वो जो बिलाले हबशी है सरवर्दी का प्यारा है। दुनिया के हर आशिक की आँखों का वो तारा है। जुल्म हुए कितने उन पर, सीने पर रखा पत्थर, लब पर फिर भी जारी था ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह हस्बी रब्बी जल्लल्लाह मा फी क़ल्बी ग़ैरुल्लाह नूर मुहम्मद सल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह। अपनी बहन से बोले उमर, ये तो बता क्या करती थी। अपनी बहन से बोले उमर, ये तो बता क्या करती थी। मेरे आने से पहले क्या चुपके पढ़ती थी। अपनी बहन से बोले उमर, ये तो बता क्या करती थी। मेरे आने से पहले क्या चुपके पढ़ती थी। बहन ने जब कुरान पढ़ा, सुन के कलाम पाक खुदा, दिल ये उमर का बोल उठा ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह हस्बी रब्बी जल्लल्लाह मा फी क़ल्बी ग़ैरुल्लाह नूर मुहम्मद सल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह। Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair.
That was so beautiful. What do you say, Sahar?
I think it's a great way to end the event. What a lovely song, such beautiful lyrics. And I feel like I'm you're probably tired of hearing this, Ayisha, but such a beautiful voice, mashallah. I think it was an absolute pleasure to be here today and host the event and listen to you sing continuously.
Absolutely. And I think we are very, very blessed that we have done many shows, but a show with such a strong, beautiful intent of helping someone else, of leaving an impact, of providing basic shelter of food. I think this we should really thank StriveUK for organizing this event and bringing all of us together in this platform, because alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. And alhamdulillah that Allah has brought us together. We look forward to your contributions. Please contribute open-heartedly tonight. Who have contributed, thank you so much. You would be that the sound sleep. May Allah bless you with more income, so you can touch many more people's lives. You can be Zaria into many other people's lives who need help. And thank you very much.
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone as well. And I just want to say that, if you're still thinking about donating, just bear in mind that, with climate change and with the kind of events that are happening around the world right now, things and life in general is so short, and it's so unpredictable. Things can change overnight. We definitely should be grateful for what we have and give back to those in need, while we have, the comforts and the luxuries of life. So that's all I wanted to say, that, thank you to each and every one of you who contributed today and made this event happen. And inshallah, all our contributions can help each and every one in need, inshallah.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Stay safe, stay peaceful, and may God bless you. Goodbye.